Hi everyone and welcome to another YouTube video. My name is Nathan and as always, thank you guys for watching. Thank you for commenting, and if you like what you see in this video, please consider subscribing. I have a very special video for you guys today. This is a series that I've been meaning to get back to for quite some time, but there were some technical limitations from some software that I switched to, in addition to just, finding some friends that would be willing to devote their time. So this is going to be a versus video where you not only see my hand and the cards that I'm playing, but you're going to be able to see my opponent and see their cards as well. The goal of this series is just to, always make the best content that I can, but show you guys this matchup in the best way that I can, not only for blue-white red players, but also for Birthing Pod players. That way, just everybody can sort of see how it interacts, see all of the cards, and hopefully just learn as much as you can and hopefully improve as players. So speaking of friends, I have my buddy David Biggs here with me. David is a friend from my local shop. We met playing Modern, and he generally plays Birthing Pod. He generally wins a lot with Birthing Pod. Go figure there. It's only like the best deck in the format. But no, I would say that David is a proficient player with the deck. He very often, goes undefeated our FNMs or gets first or second. And, I do have the occasion when I beat him. But as you guys know, Geist versus Pod is a very difficult matchup, which is one of the reasons that I wanted to showcase it. So tell us, how long have you been playing Pod, David?
I've been playing it for 2 or 3 months. I was playing Splayer Time before. I didn't like it as much. And Pod, I just like Pod more, really. So, yeah.
You've been playing Pod longer than 2 or 3 months, haven't you?
Started playing in August. I guess, yeah. 2 or 3 months, that's a little bit longer.
Yeah, that's not exactly 2 or 3 months. So David's got some time with the deck, and like I said, he normally does really well. I want to talk to you guys about my deck, but before I do, David, why don't you tell us a little bit about what you're going to be running today?
I'm running Pod. It's not Malaria Pod or anything. I took Malaria out and have more Siege Rhinos. So I pretty much just run 2 Siege Rhinos, and then I have another Archangel of Thune. I think it's just a really good card right now. It can just win games on its own, even without combos. And there's no Court of Calling, because Court of Calling is better when you're trying to combo, I feel like, and I opt to play Abzan Charm. I've been trying it out for a while, and it's done really well, because it handles like Siege Rhinos or other like Tarmogoyfs, stuff like that. And all the modes are actually pretty useful, so yeah, I think it's a really good card right now. Yeah,
in fact, I remember one time you were playtesting at the shop and you I forget what you exiled. You exiled something and everybody was like, what?
Restoration Angel.
Yeah, nice.
Restoration Angel.
And I mean, obviously, in then drawing 2 cards, that's, to draw 2 for... I kind of feel like something's a little bit broken with that card if basically junk colors are drawing 2 cards at instant speed, but hey, what do I know? I guess you are losing 2 life, right?
Yeah, whatever. I can also reset Kitchen Finks to it as well, which is pretty useful.
Well, that card just seems really, really good in Pod. I guess that I was saying like GB or junk colors drawing 2 cards at instant speed, but they are paying life, so that is kind of a black ability. Well, cool. Sounds good. I was gonna say I'm looking forward to playing it, and I really am, but I'm generally not always looking forward to playing Pod. Okay, so on my end, we're gonna be playing kind of like, I don't want to call it the standard, but we're testing this specifically versus Pod. So whereas before we had in a previous video I did today a Vendilion Click and Aven Mindcensor main, we are just going to go ahead and go with the 2 main Aven Mindcensor. That's something I'd done in the past. In fact, I remember, I guess a few weeks ago in paper, David didn't know I'd put Aven Mindcensor's main, and
I like that.
yeah, it was like game 1, and he went to either fetch, maybe it was actually a fetch, and I'm like Aven Mindcensor, and he kind of looked at me and he was like, who plays that card main? So but Aven Mindcensor, I think it's well positioned right now. There's so many fetches, everybody's fetching because of all the fetches that came from cons. It has some nice synergy with Path to Exile, and Pod being one of the more prevalent decks and one of the more difficult matchups, I think it just makes sense to have them main so we can try to improve our win percentage in that area. So this is, again, the list we've been running. We've changed the top end. We don't have, you know, our 5-drop. We'd like to. I do think having a 5-drop makes sense, especially in a grindy matchup like Pod, but this is what we've been running, so I kind of want to stick with this. What we're really looking to do, though, is test out our sideboard strategy. We'll probably just play a main board game or two, but I think everybody's kind of seen those, and I want to spend more time on sideboard games. But traditionally, we've been trying to race Pod. You know, they were gaining life from Kitchen Finks, but it was still, you know, kind of something that was, we could reasonably just race with Geist. But now they're gaining so much life with Siege Rhino. You know, if they play a Finks that's, I said this in a previous video, but if you didn't watch it, if they play Finks, they gain 2 life. If they pod Finks, they gain another 2 life to make 4. And then they can go from Kitchen Finks into a Siege Rhino, which gains them 3 life, so they've literally gained 7. That really negates an entire attack from a Geist of St. Traft if he's just able to get through without being blocked. That counters like more than 2 lightning bolts. So, you know, if your plan is to burn them out and they were gaining 7 life, that's not really a very effective plan. So I thought a bit about, you know, how do we need to change the matchup? And I want to give one small piece of credit to Jeff Hooglin. He said, no, we don't want to race them. We want to try to win by going a more controlling route. And it took me a little bit to realize why he was doing that. But I think the main reason is, like I said, the burn plan just is not as viable as it used to be. So we want to switch into more of a control deck, but we also do need a way to kill them. And I was trying to think of, you know, rather than just try to win with Aven Mindcensors and Restoration Angels, they're kind of deploying really big threats. It would be nice to be able to deploy something large on our own. And at first I was thinking Baneslayer Angel, but the problem with Baneslayer Angel is some pod lists do run Path to Exile. Other pod lists, well, I think a lot of pod lists also run, I forget, maybe you can remind me what the black creature is that destroys a creature when it enters. Yeah, they also play Shriekmaw, so they can just kill Baneslayer Angel, and if that's our big threat that we're going to win the game with, you know, it's really kind of a bummer to have it get killed or pathed. So I was thinking about it, and I kind of thought about Mirren Crusader. He's pro-black and he's pro-green, so he gets through a lot of creatures, but, you know, he doesn't, he's a 4/4 or he's a 2/2, but he's essentially a 4/2 with, you know, with double strike, and that's good, but he could still potentially get pathed, and, you know, I don't know if he's good enough. And so I was just really trying to rack my brain and do some searching, and that's when I landed on a card that I want to try, and I want to get your opinion on this, David. I may change. I'm showing the deck right now. You can't see that, David, but I think we may, for the purposes of trying this, since that's the card we're testing, we may change this board up a bit. We may take out a Slaughter game, since that's not something we're going to bring in against David, and bring in just a third one of these. That's kind of, we probably wouldn't really run 3 in the board, but for the purposes of trying to test, I think it's okay. But the card is Blood Baron of Viscopa. Not only it's a 4/4, which is relevant, but I don't think any of his creatures can block it. It's protection from white and from black, and I think nearly all of his creatures are white. It can't be targeted by any black removal that some lists run. It can't be targeted by any white removal that some lists run. And it can't be targeted by the black creature that I already forgot the name of.
Shriekmaw.
It can't be targeted by Shriekmaw either. It swings past all of their guys. The only thing it doesn't have, which would be even better, is Vigilance. But the fact that it's gaining 4 life a turn kind of, you know, does a lot to negate the offensive capabilities of the creatures that he'll have in play. Plus, we run so much removal, hopefully we can just, you know, ignore, you know, if we know we're going to be casting a Blood Baron, if he has a voice, maybe that's something that we can just ignore, that because we're going to be gaining 4 life a turn, and save our Path to Exiles for things like Siege Rhinos or Kitchen Finkses. So that's kind of what our plan is with the deck. And if you don't mind, David, what do you think about Blood Baron of Viscopa against your deck?
Seems pretty good. The only thing I think of that, like, could possibly be an answer to it is, like, Scavenging Ooze. So I guess they could block and get big.
Yeah, I mean, that's true. Our deck is running 6 ways to deal with large creatures, and that, you know, we do bring in the 3rd Crackling Doom, and we have 4 Path to Exiles. So, you know, we're kind of just hoping that we can deal with them that way. We also have this here. Okay, so I think that's, you know, that's kind of enough. I'm going to make this swap real quick. I'm going to bring in another I'm gonna bring another Blood Baron. I don't really think I would ever actually run 3 on the board, but I'd like to get a chance, increase the chances that we're gonna draw it, so that we can actually see if it's good or not. You know, the other thing it's not really great at against is Thrun the Last Troll.
That's
But
true.
I'm, again, hoping that we'll be able to... Thrun's always a problem, so I'm hoping we'll be able to take care of those with Crackling Dooms and path the other things. But, I mean, Pod is a really great deck. Hopefully this gives us an edge, but it doesn't necessarily mean that it will be enough. So, okay, so it looks like we just talked too long. I'm going to send you a challenge request, David.
All right.
Let's see here. No, that's not you. Here you are. Okay, so let's get started. We lost the die roll. David will get the joy of playing first. This hand is not really that exciting, but it has this and it has this. So, you know, we're on the top deck like a champion plan.
This hand's pretty good. I have this card and this card, so, and then this is always good. That's a good hand. It's a pretty good hand, so I'm gonna keep it.
Cool. All right. Well, I'll keep as well. Let's see what he does.
We're just gonna get a Temple Garden for the white.
Doing our job for us.
And just play a bird.
So let's see. I think we're just going to sort of follow the rule of thumb here, and we'll get a basic mountain, preserve our life total sum. We have ways to get all the colors that we need and bolt that bird.
Oh. Alright. It's a pretty good draw. Obviously start off with this. So we could just do the option of one of these two. Or we could play this as well. I think we want to just play this. So yeah. Just gonna play that and then pass the turn.
So that wasn't a great draw for us. That echo thing has started again, David.
Oh.
Like I said, so that wasn't a real fantastic draw, so we're just going to go ahead and play this out and pass the turn back.
That was a pretty good draw. We needed, well, it was a land. We needed another land. So, we just won. I think we're just going to go ahead and play. I think, actually, I want to play maybe both of these. So, yeah, that's what we'll do. Yes. I'll tap like this.
I have a feeling that we're going to see a voice coming down here.
Yeah.
Spellskite is definitely annoying. It's going to eat up a removal spell. You know, the other problem with voice is it doesn't really allow us to use this in the manner that we'd like to. Man, just drawing all of these. You know, he may just, you know, if he has a removal spell for this, then, you know, it's going to die anyway, and we definitely don't want to try to play it at instant speed. You know, we don't want to do this at instant speed either, because obviously they're just going to give him a token, and we'd really like to be able to try to deal with this voice in a more profitable fashion. We're already going to have to fight through this Spellskite, you know, giving him a token that just... that's, you know, we don't want to give him a token is basically the long and short of it, but we want to go ahead and deploy our threat, so we will deploy a threat. So I don't know if he has a Birthing Pod, but we'll see what he plays.
That's a pretty interesting draw. If he doesn't have anything, we could just, like right here, we could combo. So I think I just want to, yeah, just go ahead and play this. And we'll go to combat and just attack with voice.
I don't think we want to needlessly throw away our Aven Mindcensor. Plus, it's also, you know, it's one of our resources against the main engine of the deck. Just wouldn't make any sense. That's kind of interesting. I mean, you know, David kind of used the word combo, but I think if we didn't know that there was something potentially worrisome like that, we would still do this. It's not the board state isn't very conducive to this guy right now, but, you know, we don't just want to sit by and do nothing. So, you know, we want to use our mana and try to advance our position as much as we can. So we'll go ahead and get in an attack here with Aven Mindcensor. And then play this Geist, and we'll play a Scalding Tarn so that we can get that color mana there. Just waiting on you to pass priority, David.
Oh, sorry.
Get the attack in. So we'll do this, and then we're going to jam, as we like to do.
Draw isn't that hopeful right now. It could be. I don't want to play it or anything. I think I just want to. So we probably won't play any removal or anything right now because of voice. It just doesn't seem like a very good play. It doesn't really matter. I'm just gonna go ahead and play this, and we'll go to combat. I don't want to attack with voice and and Kitchen Finks because I want to be able to actually block and kill a Geist. And then it's just 1 point of damage.
So it'd be kind of nice, like, Hierarch is making this kind of awkward. Like, we might actually consider blocking Kitchen Finks if it was still a 3-2. You know, Geist is still probably our main way to win, but, you know, his board state is just, he's developing his board so much more than we have at this point. It might be worth it to try to throw a Geist into a Finks. That way, if he does, you know, sack it to a pod or sack it to a Viscera Seer, he's not able to also get it back. But it's really not an option right now, and blocking with Geist here just, it saves us 4 points of damage, but just the damage shaving is not really, like, as important. So we're going to do what we talked about and get, let's see, we'll get this guy here. Well, that's not ideal. So we're just going to play this and Like, the fact that he has Viscera Seer means that he either has like Malira or Angel. So we're just kind of in a bad position. We can attack with Geist and deal 6 to him, but we still have this issue of then a giant voice token. It's just kind of unfortunate that we haven't drawn any good removal spells, but I don't think we want to give him a large token just yet. 2 of it, he's representing 5-6 power right now, and 2 of those creatures don't actually kill us, so don't think that we want to just kill Geist just yet.
That draw wasn't very good. I don't really want both of these, but we will just go to combat again, and we will attack. I don't think we want to just go and play this. I don't think we need to. So we'll just pass turn.
So if we do this now, our opponent his life total will effectively stay the same. We can untap, do this, and this, which would be, let's see, at least in the air, it'd be 4, 5, 6, 10. So that's not really enough. And then we would essentially just be dead on the backswing. Now we could do this and then just do this and this and hold this up. Let's see. That would put him at 6, so it's still probably not great. Then again, if we draw a point of burn, yeah, I think we just need to see if we draw something good. Not really. Don't really want to lose any more life right now. We're going to do that and then just attack with Mindcensor again. Opponent's obviously struggling on lands while we are drawing nothing but lands.
So I think I might want to think about sacking my voice with Viscera Seer. That way I get a token and I can swing for 7, and then I'll force him to block with Geist. And I could also get a Scry, try to get the land. I think, and I still have protection with Spellskite, so I think I want to try and do that. Yeah, we'll keep this on top.
We're actually kind of okay with the fact that our opponent did that because it gives us a good target for this and makes that better. Most people are not going to play around this. It's just not something that they would consider.
There's no reason not to attack with a voice at this, or Viscera Seer.
So we're not going to block, but before damage we are going to go ahead and cast this spell. It's going to kill the elemental token. Our opponent still has the option to sort of negate the damage that he will take from Crackling Doom by sacking a Kitchen Finks if he wants to. But at present, if our opponent doesn't have a removal spell, he is dead to a Colonnade and activation. He's dead to an Alpha Strike attack. Fortunately for us, we have a good answer to that. So let me double check my math. If he sacks Kitchen Finks, he goes to 10. But yeah, we can deal 10 in the air. So I think we're in good shape this game. I wouldn't really call this even if we do win game 1 here, I wouldn't really call this a good representative sample of what most games against Pod are like. Our opponent did not have a Breathing Pod in play, only has 3 lands, and we are still at 3 life. So something to consider.
Yeah. That's...
So we were able to beat Pod when they don't have a Pod and only have 3 lands. So I'm not going to board. I'm just going to play another main board game.
All right, I will not board.
Okay, so I'll just submit this.
This hand's bad.
Okay, so this hand is like really awful. So we're going to mulligan it. This hand's better. We'll keep it.
Yeah, this hand is better. I'll keep it as well.
Okay. Opponent's on the play. Obviously, be a little bit better if he wasn't, but it is what it is. I think since we drew that, we're just going to do that. Maybe next turn, you know, if we do this turn, this next turn, there is still the potential that we could draw into another land between then and now. That way we can just sort of put this off, but the chances are we're probably just going to do this and then do that, but we'll see what he plays. Pass back to you, David. Yeah, that's kind of what I was afraid of. But we did draw that, so I think we'll just do that. We'll just get a plains and path the voice. Still accelerating our opponent, which isn't ideal, but there's only one way to deal with voice without giving a token, and that's to do things on your turn. So that's what we're gonna do. Obviously, we're happy that we didn't see a play from our opponent there. We're going to play this and just pass back.
I think we just want to draw 2 with this because we don't have any targets really in his deck.
I do play Restoration Angel.
Yeah. I don't really have much going on right now, so.
I mean, no, it seems totally reasonable.
I think I just want to go ahead and just play out both of these. And then I'll pass the turn.
So that's going to be good for us. Obviously, we'll be able to get a lot of value out of this spell. So
Forked Bolts.
That's an interesting one, actually. Yeah, I mean, I think we're just still on that. I think we're just still going to do that. So we're going to just go like this. I can't think of a reason to wait. And then we'll pass the turn back. We're going to plan to get a Watery Grave at this, most likely.
I think we just want to go ahead and play this.
I feel like a Siege Rhino is coming. Yeah, I mean... Get a Watery Grave. Don't really need this right now, so we're fine to do that. We can still do this and then have this up. So we'll play this and then we'll do this at our opponent's upkeep.
That's alright. Just go ahead and play this.
Our opponent already played a pretty expensive spell. He can't replay that. I'm not sure what his other options are. Actually, maybe we do want to go ahead and save this. We can deal with this here. So we'll just see what else he does, if anything. No, he doesn't do anything. So we'll go ahead and take care of it with this right here. Untap. That's a fairly decent draw. Let's see here. We're going to take 2 so we can keep both of these spells up and then pass back.
I think I just want to try to play this. Probably get countered, but or maybe just this. We're just going to play this.
Yeah, we're definitely going to remand that. Hope we can draw into an answer. Play this out. Kind of wondering if we want to, maybe we want to keep this up, or maybe just this. Maybe we don't necessarily see. We could attack in for 7 if we activated Colonnade. We did see that our opponent tried to play an Archangel, so maybe we just want to take an opportunity to get some extra damage in. You know, I don't know. It could also have been like sort of bait. Maybe it makes sense to keep that. Yeah, let's try to. No, we'll just attack with this. Maybe this might be not aggressive enough. This might be incorrect, but we're gonna do that.
We're just gonna go for it again. And just pass the turn.
So we're gonna play another one of these out. We really need to draw an answer to that. That is not 1. See, if we can attack with both, but then our opponent, it's like apps for absolutely no value. Like he gains 3 and takes 3, so.
And I get a counter.
Oh yeah, he also get a counter. That's gross. So I think we're just gonna play this for now. He's already gonna get a Gavony counter. I mean, this does not often work on these, but sometimes it does, so I feel like when we have potential activation target for what we want to try, but a lot of times they still find a land in the top 4 of their cards. Say he did, so it's kind of, you know, not much value there, but at least we have a pretty decent board developed. If we can find an answer, we'll be in good shape.
Probably one of the better cards I could have gotten.
Yeah, that's really terrible. Our opponent's going to gain lots of life.
Probably should have played this out first. That was a mistake, but oh well. I don't think it'll matter too much. So, I don't think attack, I gain 4. Go up. And you could swing back for 3, 6.
I mean, one thing to consider is if you do like attack with Archangel, I'd probably double block it with Restoration Angel, but the only reason I mentioned is that I didn't hear you say that,
yeah.
But I don't know if that's a concern or not. Like because I have no cards in hand, if he attacked with Archangel, he would still gain life and it would get a counter and go to 6. We would be able to kill it, but he would only be able to kill one of our Restoration Angels, and we would have to do that because right now, like even if we draw a Path to Exile off the top of our deck, we still can't kill both of these creatures. So we would want him to attack for that reason. Okay, so let's see. If we like attacked with everything, so 3, if we activated Colonnade 4, that's 7, 10, 14, 15, 16 in the air, not counting Geist. He could block, let's see, if he blocked the highest damage one, which would be a Colonnade, he would gain 4. How did I say it was 16 damage, right? 4, 7, 10. Yeah, it's 16. So it's not going to kill him, and at that point, he sits 5, 11. We're dead on the backswing with the Gavony Township activation, so we're just kind of probably dead to Gavony anyway. But I don't think we can. I don't think an attack's going to get us anywhere. I think attack's just going to kill us. It's not going to kill him, and then it's going to kill us. I mean, he can also just chump with that bird too. So
that bird.
He can chump with that bird. So man, Pod just has really good creatures.
So I could play this. Get in.
I know you're thinking over there, but man, I could have sworn you've been playing Pod since before August.
No, I don't think so. Well, I think I had the deck a little bit before. I was still playing the Twin for a little bit. I didn't really play Pod that much actively.
I just remember that time. One time we played it over at Matt's house, and that was like forever ago.
That was a while ago.
And then Dirtle Zone too.
So I could swing. So that'd be fine. Yeah, I think. I don't know if I can just keep holding off because you can just start removal, and that would be bad for me. I'll just lose my Archangel, then you'll lose. Yeah, I think I'll swing with.
So we definitely want to prioritize killing Archangel because it's going to continue making this Geist bigger. Also, right now, if we were to like double block a Siege Rhino with these Restoration Angels, we'd have to really triple block it. And then he can pump it once with Gavony, and let's see, if he pumps it with Gavony, it has 7 toughness. So we'd have to triple block it. He could then kill 2 of our creatures, but we still kind of have the Archangel problem, and that is gaining him life. And I just feel like that's more problematic. We're really going to have to triple block any of them, because as soon as damage... Well, see, damage doesn't actually go on the stack, so damage will be dealt. And Archangel will... Even if we double block Archangel, if he activates Gavony, it goes to 6. Damage will be dealt. The trigger will go on the stack, but damage will already be dealt, so Archangel should just die to a double block here. I think that's correct. We could also animate a Colonnade. If we animate Colonnade, we'd actually have to, like... I think we just want to do that, because we have this here. If we animate a Colonnade... Yeah, we're going to try... Well, let's see. Yeah, I think that works. So I think we can animate... If we animate Colonnade, block with Geist and Colonnade... and Aven Mindcensor. If we block Geist, Colonnade, Aven Mindcensor on the Rhino, and double block the Archangel, I think then both of those creatures die, and we can replay this. Let's see if we're correct. Yeah, so we're going to play this guy. And animate here. That's kind of assuming our opponent doesn't have any removal and make this a bad trade for us, but... So if I'm understanding this right, damage will happen. Is that right? Like, damage will happen, damage will be applied. I'm trying to make sure I'm understanding this correctly. Like,
that's how it happens.
Yeah, damage will be applied, the triggers will go on the stack, but the creatures will still die, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Alright, you're holding priority, Dave.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so we're going to go to blocks, and we're going to block here, 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 and we have to do it again because of Gavony.
Okay.
He may also like have some kind of like Abzan Charm that we're not suspecting or something like that, but he may also have like an Abrupt Decay. I mean, he could have a lot of things to make this bad, but if he doesn't, then it's not awful. He does have more cards than us, but both his creatures will die, and we will still have... Let's see. Depends on what he wants to kill. We'll probably still have a Colonnade and an Angel, I think.
Why won't it let me reduce less than lethal?
You have to deal... You have to order blockers.
Yeah.
So you're gonna have to like scoot.
Oh, I messed that up.
Oh, I see. Yeah, you have to do that. You have to do that during the blockers phase. So you'd have to like pull Geist of Saint.
It's unfortunate.
Yeah.
Well, no, it's not that bad. No, it's fine. It's fine.
Yeah, at the blocker step, you order the blocker. So if you wanted to kill like Geist and Aven Mindcensor, you would have put Geist and Aven Mindcensor in front of the Rhino. So
look at my okay. Never mind. I'm just confusing myself now.
So obviously that was really good for us, because we have a great board. He does not, but I kind of feel like he might play a Rhino. Well, I don't know. We'll see here. Okay, so we're still going to lose our Geist, but that. So I guess the net result's kind of the same. Reveillark is horrible. I hate that card. Ugh. Well, this is what we're doing here. Oops. I mean, I don't really see the benefit of attacking. We can attack, he blocks, then he gets to attack back into us with something else. Yeah, I don't think an attack is profitable there. I kind of feel like because of Reveillark and Pod in general, it's like you go from like thinking, hey, everything's okay, to, oh, they're just going to get back, you know, like an Eternal Witness and something else, and then with the Eternal Witness they're going to get some other graveyard, and it's gross.
I don't think I want to attack.
Our opponent's at 20 life. That's a pretty good draw, actually. I think we just do that. I think we just pass back for right now and do that. Six minutes on the clock, David.
Okay.
Just reminding you.
Yeah. I think we need to start attacking, because we have to actually start getting damage.
We're gonna block the Pontiff. Actually, I guess he can now make it. Yeah, maybe that wasn't a very good attack. We'll see what he does. We do have this. Or maybe that wasn't a very good block. So he can do that, but he can also do this for 2, which it looks like he's probably going to do. Yeah, okay, so let's go ahead and fire this off. We're going to spend this one, and these don't really matter. And we're going to get rid of this, and this, and this, and this, and this, and that. I think we definitely want this guy and this guy. So we'll take this, and we will take... Where'd it go? Oh, this guy, yeah. And then we'll put them on the bottom of our library. And we'll put the remand first, and then all of the lands. We'll go ahead and cast this here. I still don't really think that's enough to get us, quote unquote, out of the woods. Draw something good. That's interesting. That's just so insane. Be this. I guess not horrible, but let's see. What do we do? What do we want to do here? opponent has so much life. I think we're just going to pass for now. Kind of see what our opponent does. We actually can go, let's see, this for 1, 2, and then 1, 2 to pay for this. That would be 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, so that might actually be... Actually, considering our life total, it's probably not something that we're going to be able to do. We're already going to have to make like a sad block here. Does that matter? I mean, the scry is somewhat relevant, but yeah, I figured there was going to be an alpha strike coming. Let's see. So we're going to do this, and we're going to double block something, and I think that something is going to be probably this. I mean, this means he can just move everything over here. So let's go to blocks. C3. Yeah, it's just... Oh, wait. Geist doesn't fly. That's not going to work. So if we do this, then he's probably just going to move everything here, which means he could make that a 3, 4, 5, 6, which is really disgusting. But then we do have this. Yeah, I mean, I guess that's what we'll do. Don't forget to order your blockers the way you want them.
Yeah.
Scott asked me how goes the testing. I want to be like, well, we've almost finished our second game. All right, so when we get priority, we're going to do this, and everything good?
Yeah, I'm just trying to decide.
Well, we got just under 4 minutes to try to finish this game up. C3. So he can't do this anymore, and that just is what it is.
And I think I just want to just scry.
I don't think it really matters. We'll just do this now. Actually, no, we probably don't want to do that. That way, like, that could maybe help give him information on what he does want to scry, but we're feeling pretty dead. That's for sure. We're going to be at 2. And our opponent has all of this.
We will keep this on top.
Actually, kind of interesting, like, so where did, I'm kind of confused. How did the Spike Fury get out of combat? Or no, it's still in combat, my bad. No, it was out of combat.
I sacked it with Viscera Seer.
And then it came back. Oh, man, that was really good. So you sacked it and then just got it back. Gross. This is the worst. I didn't really see that interaction. It's a little more complicated. So we can do this, and then this for this, and then this on. Yeah, I mean that's what we're gonna have to do. Oh wait, we do want to do this. All right, it's gonna be like the longest video ever.
Yeah.
No, not really. I've had plenty of long ones.
So, 2 cards in hand.
We also go to block with this. Minutes. I don't know if we're going to figure out who's actually going to win this game, although I feel like it's probably you.
I don't know how I want to attack.
You must make a decision.
Yeah, I'm just going to attack like this.
Alright, so we're going to do this as previously discussed. Getting this guy. Doing that there. Did you sack in response?
No. I should have. I forgot to.
So we're going to go to blocks, and I think we're going to... So you can pump this up to a 3/4, so that dies. And then I think we just want to double block here. So even if he Gavonies, then we're still going to trade all of these off. And we'll still keep this, and we can resolve this. And we'll keep this, actually. No, we won't. Because of Gavony.
Then...
Oh, so you can just pump up the spike feeder so that you can make the Pridemage live. Well, no, you can't quite make it live because we're going to deal 4 to it.
Yeah, I don't think I should have done that. Oh well, that's fine.
Well, I mean, you were going to lose all your creatures anyway. Voice of Resurgence.
Oops. Forgot.
Main phase, yeah. Well, that's pretty good. We're just going to do that. Oh, wait. But if we do that... If we do this here, then we're not going to gain life. But then we can block. If we do it to his face... Yeah, we would like to gain life for sure, but I mean, we're dead to a Rhino, but I think we just have to do this. We'll pass the turn back. Yeah, we're not going to get to finish this game, unfortunately. Super grindy game, though. So I think we can attack with our Restoration Angel. We have this up to block here. Actually, maybe we could just attack with this. Yeah, I think that's fine. We'll just go like... So we're gonna win it on account of time.
Yep. Birthing Pod was on top.
Yeah, that would have. Yeah, I don't think we could. Like, let me see. No, we couldn't have done enough damage probably before you're just gonna start getting value out of that and kind of climbing out. Yeah. But you know, I mean, we did get to sort of showcase a lot of the match. I feel like I do feel like we've kind of been doing a little bit better than I've traditionally been doing against Pod, but I think that's just kind of you haven't really had any pods in play.
Yeah.
So we've kind of been playing a little bit more of a fair game. Are you up for... Do you want to play 2 sideboard games, or do you want to play a main board and then a few sideboard games?
I think we can just do sideboard games now. Go to sideboard.
Okay. All right, guys. So there was almost 2 main board games. It is getting late here, so we can't play all night. But not to worry, we will definitely be doing this again in the future. But we're going to go ahead and go to some sideboard games. And before I'll talk, I'll go ahead and let my guest lead us off and talk about how he plans to board in this matchup.
So in this matchup, I'm pretty much just bringing like Thrun. Thrun's really good. It's hard to answer. I guess the only thing you have is Crackling Doom for it. Then Thoughtsieze. Bringing Thoughtsieze. It just gets rid of different removal that I just have to get through. And Sigarda is always just, I don't know, I think it's just a good card.
Ooh.
I like to bring it in. It's hard just to beat. And I take out like Abrupt Decays because you don't really have any targets I can hit. I can't really hit, I guess, Aven Mindcensor, but it's not that big of a deal because I can't hit your main lands. Qasali Pridemage, don't really need to be destroying any artifacts. Voice is really good. Spirit of the Labyrinth. I've been that.
Do you ever leave Qasali in, maybe assuming that blue-white red may bring in Batterskull?
No, not really. I mean, Batterskull's not as big of a problem now that I have Siege Rhino.
That's true.
So, yeah. I usually take out maybe 1 or 2 birthing pods sometimes. I think I'm going to keep them in this time. And then Linvala not that good against you. So, I don't know. It's pretty straightforward.
Okay, so for us, obviously we want to bring in our Blood Barons. We're running 3, so I shaved a Restoration Angel. I don't know if I typically cut a Restoration Angel, but we need to make room somehow, and I think everything else is kind of too good to cut. We're taking out our Geist of St. Traff. They're just not good in this match. He has way too many creatures. They can all generally profitably block Geist. It's hard to get him through. It was easier. I do think it was easier before Siege Rhino, but Voice and Finks and Siege Rhino just tax our path to exile so much. We're gonna go ahead and bring this in, the Doom, Magma Sprays. Not this. I actually meant to bring in one of these. Opponents like to generally bring in Choke, so I like to have an answer to that. It might be worth it to just go ahead and bring in 2, but I'm not really sure at this point what else we would cut. So we'll just do this configuration and go ahead and submit. We will play first. And I'm playing first because I conceded the first match. We get straight into sideboard. I think a lot of times it's a safe bet to assume that Pod does probably beat us in game 1 anyway. This hand's really bad. Doesn't have any colors that we need. We're going to be forced to mulligan it. This hand's kind of reminds me of, similar to the one from last game. It's not terrible. It's not amazing, but we will get to lead with this and get that out of the way, and then if he plays a bird, we can play that and do that. So, I mean, it's reasonable.
My hand is risky, I guess. I mean, I have plays, just not like, it's not that fast, but I don't really like having two of these. I don't think I want to keep it. I'm gonna mulligan. This hand is better. I'll keep this one.
Here, I'm gonna just answer a quick text to Scott.
Alright.
I don't really mind too much when you get to finish those main board games. I mean, what we're really wanting to try to do here, I mean, we want to show the whole matchup, but I really want to see how these Blood Parents work out as well.
We've done plenty of main board matches.
Well, me and you have, sure. But, you know, trying to make content as well. So, because we brought in the Dooms, we're definitely going to use this to go ahead and get a Watery Grave.
This isn't bad. I don't think it changes what we're gonna play though.
I mean, sometimes we get Thoughtsieze by Pod, and by sometimes it's pretty regular. Yeah, I'm not surprised in the slightest that he took the Path to Exile. It's probably our best spell against him. We'll go ahead and use this to get the Watery Grave. Probably still going to go and get this so that we can make sure we get another blue source. If our opponent has a choke, it's just going to be quite unfortunate. But we really don't.
I think we just want to go ahead and play this out.
There's not much we can do about it regardless. Yeah, okay. Going to get a, let's see. We do not have any double red requirements in this deck. And we have these as well. Choke just affects any island, so we could get this, but I mean we need another blue source since we have this in the deck. So yeah, I think getting this is fine. Yep. We're gonna play this. Having another land that does not get tapped by choke is great. I'm gonna take a little. Oh, you know what? Oh, we made a mistake. We were gonna probably use this on this anyway, and we could have just done it before the Exalted trigger.
Lightning Helix.
Yeah.
And we'll just.
Actually, if we were gonna do that, what we really well, you just played the Hierarch this turn, so
yeah,
you can't tap it.
We'll just pass the turn. Yeah, we're just gonna pass the turn.
That's pretty good. Probably what we're gonna do. We'll go ahead and just play our mountain and pass turn. This spell is just so valuable in this matchup. I'll probably just use this, do this for everything except for that.
I don't think I'm gonna pay 2.
mean, we're still taking some beatings. Let's see, what does our opponent have for us here? So because of this, there's really no sense in trying to keep this in there anymore. Yeah, so we're just going to go ahead and see, I think we want to keep, I think we want these two. And I want to do this first on this. That way he can't get rid of this in response. So, could be wrong. Maybe we just want this. See, we have this for this, and yeah, that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna take this and this here, and put these on the bottom, followed by the lands. That was a good draw. Go ahead and do this here.
I don't even want to eat. Yeah, we don't want to.
And we're gonna do this now because he can just if we wait, he can actually Gavony to put it out of range. So we want to make sure that that kills that. Did I play a land this turn? Did I totally forget? I think I forgot to play a land. I forgot to play a land. I'm terrible. Man, that card is so good.
It's not bad.
I wonder if I should just be bringing... Did I actually have them? And did I move them out temporarily? Yeah, I did. I was running 2 relics in the sideboard, and I was trying to bring them in against Pod. I should...
You have a lot of Pod hate.
Pod's like one of my worst matchups. I don't have the relics in right now, but it probably is something that I should be running. Okay, so we'll just untap here. That's really not bad. We'll use this, and then we'll use this on his turn and then see what happens. Trying to decide to do this now or just to wait. Like, he's only has 1 card in hand. I don't know if it's a Pod, but I kind of feel like I'd rather just... Let's see, if we path Reveillark now and he has a Pod and he gets back these things, then it gives him a lot of targets. If we take 4, we go to 13. And if he plays a Pod, we can do this in response, which then this will trigger and he can still do that. So I don't really think it matters. I think we'll just go like this.
I think we want... I don't think it really matters what we do at this point. Probably just Forest. We just want to play this.
So I mean, obviously this is going to be pretty sweet. There's really no reason to wait. This is probably about as good as casting this spell. I wasn't going to keep that up. Is going to get. So we want to do. Let's see here. Actually, I'm going to keep this, this, and this. So then we want to do this with this, this, and yeah, we'll have to get an island here. This. Yeah, Exile targeting path seems reasonable. Gain the life, get a little extra value out of your ooze. So we're both more or less going to be in top deck mode here. I do think that Pod has a chance to top deck better than we do, but we'll see what happens.
We just want to play whatever I feel like right now.
We're definitely not going to use that on that. That's pretty sweet. I guess we get to see how this works out. Yeah, it doesn't really matter. That's more or less like exactly what we'd like to happen, is we sort of grind out this game, do something like Verdict, so, you know, get rid of a lot of value, and then be able to resolve a Blood Baron. We may do this in response to this, but we'll see. We're going to go to combat. Yeah. We're not going to get the additional value out of this, but that's just the way that's going to work out. Yeah, so this is fine. Yeah, so we're not going to get to draw, he's going to scry. But we have this up. We want to save that for a few precious things. That's till end of turn.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think we're just gonna hold on to that. I think we're just gonna do this. Here, I want to make sure I activate the right one. You know, coincidentally, I feel like Blood Baron has a chance to be pretty useful in the junk matchup. Obviously, it can die to Restoration Angel, but So can. I mean, we just don't really care about this right now.
I can die to Restoration Angel?
I'm sorry, I meant to say that Blood Baron can also die to Liliana of the Veil, not Restoration Angel. But, I mean, that's just, you know, everything dies to her, so.
Let's see. Oh. I can survive another turn, I guess. Might as well.
I feel like we have the life to burn. Make a white. Gonna activate. We want to keep. See this, and this. Yeah. And that's just game. That's true, Gavony. Yep. Cool beans. All right, we'll just keep everything the way we have it. This, let's see. That might be worth bringing in, actually. Kind of can clean up. Might be too narrow. What would we cut if we wanted to bring that in? Things that I guess we could cut one of these, or even one of these. They don't. Yeah, maybe that's better. I'm gonna cut one of these guys. It might even be worth it to cut another one to bring in another wear tear. All right. This hand's not keepable, obviously.
This hand's fine.
Bunch of great spells, but a lot of times unkeepable. A lot of times one land hands look really good.
Sometimes I keep those.
You do have birds. Yeah, well, I mean this, it's not a great hand, but we're gonna keep it. Don't really want to use this on that. I just think that's wrong. So we're not going to. I mean, considering, you know, what else he has in his deck, that's just, I don't think it's worth it. If he accelerates into turn 1 pod, then he accelerates into a turn 1 pod. I mean, we'll be sad, but, you know, it would be the first time we've been sad playing a pod player. No! Maybe we should have thought about that. I don't know. Yeah, okay, so totally should just magma spray at the Birds of Paradise. I mean, I guess at this point we do kill one of them. This one most likely here. This kind of basic removal doesn't have that many targets. Where'd you come? I thought I killed that thing.
It's back. Back for more.
Drawing Electrolyze would be fantastic. Well, I think we'll probably just play this and do it again.
Do it again? Oh no. Not my Noble Hierarch.
I guess things aren't going too terrible. There's no pod. Our opponent's at 2 cards. He's got about to be at 3. But, you know, I can't tell you how many times I've said that with pod and it's still bad. It's probably just going to be a Siege Rhino because that's what these decks do nowadays. Or that. That's also pretty awful. I guess that would have been better earlier. Curious. Do we just do this? Yeah, I guess I'm fine with that. It'll just get replayed, but it lets us draw for an answer. And it's a bit of a, you know, like a tempo swing. I think we just have to pass. And be sad. Pass and be sad. Can't help it, man. Sad times. You
cards, all I have is...
you don't, you're not looking at my hand.
No.
Maybe our hands look similar.
I'm just gonna attack again. That's my plan. Oh, that's good.
It is not. It's terrible.
No, it's alright with me.
Hey, that's not bad. Still don't think we're going to do this just yet. We will play... I'm going to play this guy. Like that. This is not really our... This is not our intended target, but... Oh, jeez. Why?
Did you counter it?
I can't.
Well, you can.
I know that I can. I mean, I think we have to do this and then hope that we get either draw another one or like a snap, but we don't want this to trigger again, so... Our opponent may even opt to sacrifice the throne. Probably not, though, because sure he doesn't want to lose Archangel, but what is happening? It's better. He's got 3 mana up.
No. Mm-mm.
We can actually do this all the way up to 4.
I think if I want to...
If these aren't up.
Because... I think I'll just sack the Archangel.
Seems reasonable. Well, we're probably gonna have to jump with one of those, but I mean, if our opponent had played something, this might have been better, but clearly it didn't happen. So let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, we're just gonna play this and pass turn back. I mean, we could just block this once, take a smashing from him. What was that? Abzan Charm. Well, unfortunately, we can't do that instant speed. So, and unfortunately, we're just not going to be able to cast this at all because our opponent is mean.
I'm not going to.
That's what I was saying. Like, if you had played that Abzan Charm when you were almost doing it earlier, I was like, oh man, please do not leave regeneration mana up, because I can actually engineered explosives in this deck all the way to 4. Sad he did not attack with the bird. Well, I mean, at this point, like, if he doesn't gain life, we can actually just race this Thrun. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We can actually chump it. Well, we actually... Let's see, if we go to 13, we attack, the bird blocks. Yeah, I think we need to block this time. Blue. Why'd you do that? You don't want to regenerate Thrun. It's not. No, no, not at all.
You can't do what I do. You can't.
I know. David always recommends generally the worst things for me to do in Magic. All right, we're probably not gonna win this race at all. Nope. I mean, I don't think sitting in our hands is going to get us anywhere right now. Probably going to get chumped. Maybe not. Alright, so next turn we go to 10. That is not called winning the race. If he gets a Siege Rhino, I think we're just going to concede. It's going to be 4. The Kitchen Finks will still do 2. Yeah, we're We're just dead. It's probably a Siege Rhino.
It's gonna be a Siege Rhino.
Okay, so that's gonna put us at 7. Even if we, let's see, if we chump next, or not even chump, we block the Siege Rhino or either one, that's 4, 5, 6. Let's see what we draw. I guess we'll live. Let's do this now. Wait. No, we're not going to live.
What? Why not? I'm just kidding.
Well, I think you're just going to... You can just pod Finks into another Siege Rhino. And put us at 4. I mean, I don't know. We'll see what he does, but... I mean, I don't think we're winning this game. I mean, we have to block. I'm going to do this the right way. We will not go down without a fight.
Oh.
I didn't really like that land anyway.
It wasn't very good.
No, it was pretty bad. Where is our Crackling Doom? Where was our Crackling Doom? I think we do play that. We block this. We gain this many's and take 5. Yeah. Doesn't really matter what lands we use. We'll use this one. He's a vampire.
Oh man. He's a vampire.
I just want you to know that. So we're gonna go 8, then we're gonna take 5. Oh my gosh, I didn't play my land.
Oh no.
This is the second time. It's so bad.
I guess that didn't really matter, that attack.
I thought it would have actually... Oh, no, I'm sorry. We actually are even. I was thinking Siege Rhino did 5 damage. For 5, I guess he gets Archangel Sigarda. Sigarda's 5, isn't she?
Yeah.
Gross.
Just getting this though.
Oh, okay. Well, stellar draw. Not. Yeah, I think we just actually do this. Block it.
I'm good. I don't think I can't even block it.
I know. And this for this, I guess.
This is alright.
All of these green creatures that are supposed to be dead are interfering with my Blood Baron plans of world domination. I just would like you to know that. Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
You just, I'm pretty sure you. Yeah.
Uh-oh. Is there enough creatures? Yeah, there's enough creatures for you to just kill me with... Okay, we're going to concede.
Yeah.
You can just kill me with Throne by making it big.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you want to play more, or are you on... Like, need to go to bed?
I think I need to go now.
It is pretty late. All right, guys. Well, I hope you enjoyed that. Any comments you have? So you saw Blood Baron. He was good once, and he wasn't good another time. What are your thoughts?
Blood Baron's pretty good. I mean, it's hard for me to deal with, especially if you have like removal to kill the things that can deal with it, because it's not like it's just like Scavenging Ooze, and what else was there? There wasn't much that could deal with it, so it was pretty good.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like you have, I guess you have Skoos and you have Thrun, and that's basically it. Yeah. Skoos, ideally I'd be able to deal with like a Path. Thrun, I can potentially deal with a Crackling Doom if I get it. I mean, I think he's pretty reasonable in the matchup. I mean, it's the only threat besides Geist of St. Traft that you can't find a way to kill, or even just tutor a way to kill. Do you run? I don't know why I want to call him Entomber Exarch. Shriekmaw. Do you run Shriekmaw?
I have him in the sideboard, but I don't really bring him in against you.
I've had my Restoration Angels Shriekmaw on more than one occasion, and I also think that that's the word I'm looking for. Like Baneslayer Angel would be sweet, but do you run Path to Exile?
I have one, yeah.
You also run Abzan Charm. See, that's
Charm,
I feel like I've seen plenty of pod lists run Abzan Charm, mainly to you, but Abzan Charm or Path, or I've even seen some run like Slaughter Pact, or Shriekmaw, and I feel like Baneslayer is obviously really powerful and would be really great in this matchup, but I feel like you just have too many ways that you can get rid of it. Plus, like, if you see it once, like if I lose game 1 and you see it in game 2, you'll just make sure to bring in ways to get rid of it. And if I'm leaning heavily on that to win, the fact that you can sometimes just tutor for specific answers means, you're like, I'm going to put the Shriekmaw in. Shriekmaw's what, 5?
Yeah.
Yeah, so you can go, pod into Rhino, and then Rhino into Shriekmaw to kill the thing that's really wrecking your day, and I'm still just in a bad way then, so.
Nice, yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to keep testing it, but I think Blood Baron seems like a reasonable sideboard choice for this. How do you feel about it in the junk matchup? I know you don't really play that deck, but...
Seems... Protection from black and white seems pretty good.
Can't get blocked by lingering. It can't get blocked by Lingering Souls, just like Stormbreath Dragon. It also can't get Path, just like Stormbreath Dragon. But unlike Stormbreath Dragon, it actually gains life.
That's really about it, though, isn't it? Like, Lingering Souls is the only like white and black things they really. What else do they run? I guess they run Siege Rhinos.
Yeah, they're like Tarmogoyf Siege Rhinos and Scavenging Oozes. I mean, yeah, Goyf blocks it, but I don't need as many paths in that deck as I need against you. but I'd still probably board somewhat similarly. Anyway, we'll keep testing it. I have a friend that has, I know he had Jund. I'm not sure if he has Junk. But we'll find a junk opponent to do this versus video series with. This is something that I want to continue, guys. Like I said, let me know what you think. Let me know if you like this format, being able to see both hands. I'm gonna guess that you do. It's kind of, you know, I don't really see too many people doing this on Magic Online. Okay, well, with that being said, do you have anything more, David?
It's fun.
Well, thanks a lot for coming on, man. We really appreciate it. And as always, everyone, thank you for watching. Thank you for the positive comments. And if you like what you see, please subscribe. And everybody have a good night.